is Harvester Baker. Some people say Harvester Baker. You can say either way. Harvester, Harvester. I started art, actually doodling when I was a kid. I was always in love with art. Everywhere I would see art, like, ooh, a piece there, sculptures, just anything. My aunt used to take me to the museum all the time. And, so that's how I developed a love for art. And I used to take pictures. I had a little Kodak camera and I would take pictures of every little thing, So I guess I was a photographer first.
Yeah, it's Christopher Remy. I go by the artist name of the Iced Out Nomad. I got into art when I was like 6 years old. My grandmother, she told me to shut up in church and gave me a pen and paper. And after that, I was on for the races.
I got incarcerated, and which wasn't a quick incarceration. I did some time. And I started drawing, actually, making cards, little greeting cards. And, well, actually, a friend of mine started sending me these, because it was a stressful situation. And they started sending me these magazines and was like, hey, draw me some pictures. I'm like, I can't draw no pictures. And I had zero talent at this time. And so, but they would always tell me when I would do the little sketches, they were, oh, this is awesome. Knowing that it wasn't, just to build my confidence up about it. And so, and eventually, I guess I started getting better at it once, I started making the cards and everything.
I like a lot of artists, what I'm saying? I take inspiration from everything. But Leonardo da Vinci is one of my favorites because he did everything, what I'm saying? From engineering to drawing to painting to whatever, what I'm saying? All the crazy stuff he had and everything like that. So he's kind of my inspiration.
I run into this one guy that was a painter. He's like, hey man, have you ever tried to paint? I was like, no, I never painted, Actually, one of my first pieces I painted is a Joker that's out there. I did that in prison like a long time ago, right? And so, I started, just playing around with the paints, and there it was. I fell in love with the colors and stuff like that, and so eventually I got good enough to whereas the facility would pay me to do murals on the wall and stuff like that. So I became the prison artist, everywhere, and I was getting paid free world money, to actually do the art. So
it's different. My wife tells me all of my stuff is very, very different. So I'm kind of an oddball, but at the same time, it meshes. So, I got something for everybody. I do abstract, I do still life, real life, comic books, cartoons, a smorgasbord of stuff,
I never let it go once I got out. It's like I wanted to do it more. I started going to the museum and looking at different artists and stuff like that. And I was even more inspired because I wasn't into it like that when I was, free at first. And so once I got out, I was like, oh, wow, discovered a whole new world of art. So, yeah. I
got a character called Corpse Pile. He's like the king of his own, like, under dimension. And he got kicked out of his kingdom, and now he's trying to fight back to get it back. And I got a comic book coming soon.
A lot of things that inspired me. Like I want to get into more like political art because right now it's dire times. It's like the country is like, I believe, in question, and so we don't know what to expect. And I have a painting which is the march of my version of Selma with Dr. King, and it's almost like you fall asleep, you wake up, you right back to those times.
You can follow me on Instagram at the Iced Out Nomad. You can follow me at my website at the Iced Out Nomad Studios.com. And ArtStation, same thing. I think that's it.